dog, you know it's rough. But let me catch you if you show it off. I wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. I want to get involved. I can admit it, I know what it's something I'm tripping, I gotta be good. Niggas are fumble a bag, I get to the cash fast, gotta salute. I've been a hustler, look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, get pissed off. Pushing the law cause we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Photo they face. I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me got a thing for me. If I'm doing bad, never change it. We the motherfucking underdogs.
I got tunnel visions. It's a bunch of rhythms gonna get it. If not with it, you ain't fucking with it. Do what I say, go about your fucking business. And take this money with you. I ain't dealing with the fucking children. If they not my own, no, I'm by myself. I'm the guy that's on. These bitches catch my waist. When more just hopping on. They hear what I make. It's like it turns on. I think it's sorcery. The way they ride the bone. The black magic stick. They talking about my home, but I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone, so I can concentrate and I can see it wrong. I just keep hollering shit, cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road, and get my DJ on. She wanna drop it low, and get her ego on. My number's bad as fuck, she look like Leo long. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like I don't want, said I was wanted more. These niggas season hills, I watch them leave me fall. The last one finish first.
Sunset, slide to the moon fall, those all say get it, then I got it, that's my golden dog. Don't bark, got it, me bite, we them underdogs. Home off the wire, 5 yards, pressing all y'all. 9 niggas up, like I'm director from a cancer call. I don't give a fuck if one bit, next to all of y'all. UPK grease, it's a boost, and it's time to ball. Clip name winning, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas feel they better than like who they think they better. One West Soldier, that's the league, we got that narrow. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Kept my second tremper, hell yeah, I'ma let them know. All the niggas chillin', we'll be poppin' on you sniffin'. Real crazy with that smithin', locked in on the mission. Rockin' all out, who to take the hop out, you be bitchin', cotton 2 times. Another clock, clutch it, nickel.
Every dog has his day.
Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatham. To all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal, Lathan Bashem Yahushai. I'm Precinct Officer Commandant holding it down with the Lashawan Qadash. The water, we're tuning in. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth, we've been defending the truth, and we've been saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Today, again, is Friday night, Lashawan Qadash, right? Holy Tongue. This is a class, again, if you haven't been tuning in, or is this your first time tuning in, this is a class of ancient Hebrew, which is the Lashawan Qadash, right? This is a class that sets brothers and sisters up with the Sabbath service, which is tomorrow. We're holding down Sabbath service. So if you could also make it to Sabbath service, right? Check out a school near you. All right, so the Lashawan Qadash is the ethnic language of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is the language that was given to so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans by the Most High Power. He is our God. The God of the Bible is the God of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and no one else. And we could prove that all day in the Bible, right? So once again, we are teaching the Lashawan Qadash because this is our ethnic language, and we have to get back into our roots. We have to take back what belongs to us, because there is a watered down version out there that is a bastard tongue, I would say. Right, and I will show you something in Google. When you Google this, it will let you know. lets you know how the language that was given to Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which they will call Biblical Hebrew, it's not the same as Yiddish or modern Hebrew, right? That is a bastard language, right? So the Lashawan Qadash, these are the ancient characters, and it's read from right to left. Everything with the Lord is on the right hand, of course, but it's read from right to left, right? So Lashawan Qadash. Here we have the Assyrian Hebrew, which is the Hebrew that we this is the Hebrew from our captivity, right? And it's the same thing. You know, you will read it the same way, right? This is the Hebrew that's these are the characters that are being used today, right? But now you see like little dots on these consonants, and those dots are supposed to represent vowels, but there is no vowels in the ancient Hebrew, right? There's 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew, 27 characters in the Assyrian Hebrew. All right. For somebody new that would not understand what is going on over here, what is it saying, right? It's Slovakia. So we have La, which is here, La, and then the Sha, one. The Wa and the Na come together, one, and we have a Qua, the Da and the Sha come together, and it's Dash. Lashawan Qadash. What is the Lashawan Qadash? The word Lashawan comes from the root word Lashun, which means tongue, right? The Wa in here makes it the doing of what the tongue does, which is creates, makes a language, right? Qadash in the Hebrew is set apart. So this is a language that is set apart for God's chosen people, who are the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. All right, so we're gonna get it started. Like every Friday, we're gonna go over the characters and the pronunciations of the characters. So we have A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Now again in the Assyrian, Ah, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. So these are the both ancient and Assyrian characters. So we're going to pronounce these out loud. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Once again, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka. La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Salakia. I got the Sha, Sha, Tha. These are, once again, the ancient characters. So like the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew. Let me use these. So I had mentioned that there's 22 characters in the ancient, 27 characters in the Assyrian. And I'm going to underline the Ka, the Ma, the Na, Na, the Pa, Salakia. No more ink in that. Use the green. Use the green. So we have 5 characters: the Ka, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, and Taza. These characters with the green underline are characters that will be seen at the beginning or middle of a word. And we have same characters. Right, I'm going to underline these characters are slightly different. Right, these characters with the red underline, the same character, Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, Taza, but these characters are going to be seen at the end of a word. I'm gonna leave it up real quick, and we're gonna go into tonight's topic, which is the book of Genesis. Every Sabbath we read 49 verses. We're gonna last week we read Genesis 35:19 through Genesis 36:38. This week we're reading still Genesis 36, but verse 39. I'll write it down on the board right now. So this week we're doing Genesis 36. (39) through Genesis 38 and 8. The verses that we're going to be covering is Genesis 37. And so like let me find out something. Okay, we're gonna start at verse 2. Um so like let me see. Mm, kind of what let me see, his father son. We'll start on verse 2. Salakia. So verse 2, I'm gonna write it down in the Hebrew. So Allah, these Thaladwa, the generations, Yaiqua, Jacob. These the generations, Jacob. So Allah, Thaladwa, Yaiqua, Yawasa. Joseph, Bun, so like Bun, old. Let me say something. Shabai, Shabai, Asherah, I, Asherah, 17, Shana, years, Haya, was, Ra'ai, feeding, Ath, with, Achyawa, Achyawa, his brethren, Ba, Taza, Taza'ah, so like a Ba Taza'an, Ba Taza'an, the flock, Wa, Hawa'ah, like a Ba Hawa, and the Na'ai, Na'ir lad, Ath, with, Banya, sons, the sons, Balha. Bilha. Wa'ath. And with. Banya. The sons Zalpa. Of Zilpa. Nashaya. Nashaya, wives. Abyawa. Abyawa. His father. Wa. Yaba'a. And brought. And brought Yabusap. And brought Yabusap Af. The Bathma. The Bathma, their report. Their report. Ra'ai. Evil. Af. So I got Al. Unto. Abyaham. His father. Okay, so we're going to read it in the English. Shalom Madawan. There's a Shabbat in the house. So, verse 2, Genesis 37:2. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. So I started verse 2 because there's something in here, right? Joseph brought unto their father, unto his father, their evil report, the report of their brothers, right? So in the Hebrew, we have Allah, Thaladwa, generations, Yaiqua, Jacob, Yawasab, Joseph, Bun, a son is old, Shabai, Aishara, 17. Shabai is 7. So like, let me see. Let me see something real quick. So Aishara. So 7. Aishara is like the like 10, right? 10 and 7, 17. Right. So so Shabai is 7. Aishara is 10 or 10. So 17, right? Shana, years. Let me go back. Shana. Oops. Shana as years. Haya was, and let me see, there's another, right? To be, become. Haya is to be, become, right? Was, come to pass, exist. So Haya was Ra'ai. Right? To feed, feeding, with Ahyawa. So here we have, let's see something. Ahyawa. Ahyawa. Where is my, right here? Right, his. The wa is a possessive. The wa here is his. Achya, brethren. Right, Ach is brother. Achya, brethren. Wa, Achya wa, his brethren, his brothers. Ba, Taza'an. Ba, Taza'an. Taza'an is the root word, which means cattle, right? The flock. There's a flock of cattle. Ba, Taza'an. The flock Wa Hawa. So like a Wa Hawa and. So Wa is and. Hawa is let's see. Wa taza. So like a Wa Hawa. Wa Hawa. Hawa. Wa Hawa. Wa Hawa. Right, and the Na'ir. Na'ir is the boy or lad, the lad. Ath, Banya, the sons. Balha, Bilha, Wa'ath, and with. Right, we have a Wa and Ath with. Banya, the sons. Zalpa, Zilpa. Not Zilpa. Let's see. Nashya, wives, from the root word Asha. From the root word Asha, Nashya, Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Okay, fine. Salakia, the connection had dropped. We're gonna continue. Banya, Salakia, we right here. Yawasap, Joseph, Af, Salakia. The Bathma, the Bathma. So uh, so the Bathma, the Ba is the root word, which means whispering or evil report. All right, the Bathma, Ra'ai, evil, Al, unto, Abyaham. So the hum is a possessive. It means, let me see. The hum is there or them, right? Meaning his father. Abyaham. From Abyaham. So let me see some. Salakia, let me get the blue letter. This is Genesis 37 and 2. Genesis 37 and 2. Salakia, this is, there we go. Forward line. So we have Hala, these, Faladwa, generations, Yaiqua, Jacob, Yawasa, Joseph, Bun. Bun is his son. Bun is son, but it could also mean old. Right, so right here, when you see the translation, 2,970 times, 78 times as son, we have here 135 times to mean old. Right, Bun, Shabai, Aishara, 17, Shana, years, Haya, was, Ra'ai, feeding, or it means to feed, Ach, with, Ach Yawa. Ach is brother. That's the root word here. The root word is Ach. Ach Yawa. The wa is his. That's a possessive, means his brothers, his brethren. Ba taza'an, the flock or cattle. Wa hawa. And the na'ir, lad, or what's another word? Let's see. Oh boy, right? Youth. So lad, he was young. Ah, with Banya, the sons, Baha, Bilha, Wa'ath, and with Banya, the sons, Zilpa, Nashia, that means wives from the root word, Aisha, Abyawa, right? Abba is father. The Wa here is his, Abyawa, his father's, Wa, Yaba'a, and Bra, Yawasa, Ah, the Bathma, their report. Ra'ai, evil. That's from Rai. So like a Rai. That's evil. Al unto Banya hum. Unto their father. Unto his father. Right from the root word Abba. Now we're going to get verse 30, verse 3. So it just kind of shows you the character of Joseph. It's like any young child, right? Any young child, you the scripture says, train up a child in the way that he should go. So when he's of age, he won't depart from it. You know, that is just paraphrasing. But it's like any child, right? You teach them not to say, not to curse. You teach them not to do certain things, and they go and they tell their father. You be like, oh, you know, she or he said this bad word. He or she did this, right? And he's that person that corrects the people around him. He's like, hey, you're not supposed to be eating pork. Not that his brother, not that the children of Israel were eating pork, but I'm just giving you an example of today's children. When you teach them the truth and they're around their uh, relatives, or you know they're around their uncle's house, their aunt's house, and they offer them pizza. Like, oh, I don't eat pizza. You're not supposed to be eating pizza. Tells the little cousins. So Joseph had that spirit, right? And he brought an evil report unto his father. So it starts to show you how Joseph, right? He was wise. Let's verse 3. Let's get verse 3. Verse 3. Wayashar Allah. And Israel. Ahab. Loved. Ah. Yawasa. Joseph. Macau. Macau. Macau more than all. More than all. Banyawa, his sons. Ban his sons. Kaya. Kaya because Ban the son Zaquanium. Zaquanium Zaquanium of his old age. Of his old age. Hawa. He. Lawa. Lawa. Wa. Aisha. And he made Lawa him, and he made him Ka Salakia. Kathana. Kathana. A coat. Pasayam. Pasayam. Ha. Sa. Of colors. Verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. Now this coat is going to come into play later on in the story. Right? So in the Hebrew, Wa Yasher Allah, Wa is an preposition, and Yasher Allah, Israel, speaking about Jacob. Ahab, Ahab is love. Right? Ahab is to love. So love, Af, speaking about Af is the direct object maker. Right? So love, the direct object maker, is to Joseph. Yawasa, Joseph. Macau. So Ma. Where is it? Right here. Right? Cow is more. So like a cow is all or whole. All right, let me see. Cow. Yeah, cow is all. So more than all, Banyawa. Banyawa is Bun is son. Wa is his. Banyawa, his sons. Kaya, because Bun, the son. Zaquan, so like Zaquanyam. Zaquanyam. The root word is Zaquan. Zaquanyam. So it means old age. Zaquanyam, of his old age. Hawa, he, Lawa, Wa, and Aisha. Aisha is to do, right? Made or make, right? And he made Lawa him Kathanath, a coat. Kathanath, a coat. A coat. Pasyam. That's from the root word pas. Pas, which means colors. Right, color. The yam is plural, is possessive, which makes it plural. Colors. Pasyam. Pas, color. Pasyam, colors. Right, so Israel loved Joseph so much that he made him a coat, a personal coat. Right? Joseph already had brought the report of the evil doings of his brothers to his father. So verse 3, right here. Wayasha'ala, Ahab. So in Israel, Ahab is to love, loved, Ab, direct object maker. Yawasap, Joseph. Makal, more than, all. Banyawa, his children. Right? Banya is children. Wa is his. Possessive means his. Kaya, because. Ban, the son. Zaquanium, that's of old age. From the root word Zaquan. Hawa, Lawa, Wa, Aisha, and Wa is and, Aisha is to make, right? And he made Lawa, Katha, Nath, Kathanath, a coat, Pasium, from the root word pas, of colors, right? Of many colors. So Israel, Joseph's father, made him a personal coat of many colors because he loved him so much. Right. So now you start to see how Joseph is Israel's or Jacob's favorite son. Right. So now his older brothers, not only are being, you could say, told on, right, of their evil doings. That's what the scripture said. And they see also that he is Jacob's favorite son. Let's see. Let me see how much I'm gonna read. Let's do verse 4. Go back and do verse 4. So in the next verse, it lets you know. Verse 4. Right, it's like any father, right, who has children, and you have one son who corrects himself, he analyzes everything, right? He brings a report back to his father. His father's gonna have favor on that child, right? Because he sees his other children as being secretive, they do things behind his back, then it comes to the light, right? So of course you're gonna put your trust more in that son who brings things to the light and who stays in check, right? That was Joseph. Verse 4. Oh, somebody wrong marker. Wa Yara'ah. And when And when Saul, Achyawa, his brethren, his brothers, Achyawa, Achyawa, his brethren. His brethren, Kaya, that, right? Kaya can mean that or because. Kaya, that. Athwa. Him. Ahab. Loved. Abyaham, their father. Their father, Michal, more than all. More than all. Achyawa. Achyawa, his brethren. Wa, Ya, Shun, Ah. Ya, so like it. Wa Yashna'a. Wa Yash. Na'a. And they, so like if they hated, Ahwa, him. Ahwa, him. Wala'a, and not. Wa, Wala'a, and not. Yakala. Ya, Yakala. Could. The bar, wa. speak unto him. La shalom, peacefully. La shalom. So like a peaceably. So verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. So in the Hebrew, wa and that's a preposition wa, ya, ra'ah. Wa ya ra'ah, when saw, so ra'ah, the root word is to see, look at. And when saw Achyawa, his brethren, the Ya, so like the Wa is his, right? Achya, his brethren, Wa, his, Kaya, that, Athwa, him, Ahab, love, Abya, Abyaham, right? Their father, the hum is there, right? Abyaham, their father, Macau, more than, Achyawa, his, the Wa is possessive. It means his. Achya is brethren, right? Brothers. Achyawa, his brothers, brethren, right? Wa Yashna'a. Right here. Wa Yashna'a. So the root word is Shana. Shana. Shana, to hate, be hateful. Verse 4. So Wa Yashna'a. They hated Athwa, him, Wala'ah, Wa is and, La'ah is not, Ya, Kala. Their cow, Yakala, so from the root word Yakal, and it means could. Could the Barwa, the Wa preposition, mean him. Speak unto him. La Shalom, peaceably. right? So it's like any older brothers, right? They have their younger brother, and he's just taking mental notes of everything that they're doing, and he's reporting back to their father. Let me go present this. This is verse 4. Shah, I'm saying like a Wa Yara'ah. And when Saul, right, um, Ra'ah is a root word to look, saw. Ach Yawah. The root word is Ach. It means brother. The Wa is his. That's a possessive. His brothers, Kaya, that. Athwa, him. Ahab, love. Abya, hum. The root word is Abba, which means father. Abya, hum. The hum is there, possessive, to mean there. So their father, Abya, hum. Makau, more than. All. Kau is all. Achyawa. Again, the root word is Ach, which means brother. Achya. The Wa is his brothers, brethren. Wa Yashna'ah. The root word is Shana, which means to hate. All right, we look it up. H8130. Is to hate, be hateful. Shana. Athwa, him. Wa la'ah, and la'ah is not. Yakala, yakal, right? Could. The bar is speak, say, to utter, right? The bar wa, the wa is him, speak unto him, la shalom, peaceably, right? So it's like any older brothers, their brothers around, they see him just saying, man, I'm gonna tell dad this and that, and they start to hate him, and they start to say things to like, get out of here, man. Like you being what do they say? Just any, I can't recall, my youth, but it's like when you have your brother and you just don't want him to be there with you and your friends or you and your other siblings because he's just, saying, I'm gonna tell dad this and that. And you start saying things to him. Like get out of here. You're a tattletale. This and that, right? So it says this starts to uh, and could not speak unto him peaceably. I mean, they started to say hateful things to the brother. Let's see. I might just read a little bit down. And even more yet, like verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream. I guess due to the time. Let's see how much. And Joseph dreamed a dream. Just go through some of these words. Just get it. on the Blue Letter Bible. Wa, Salakia. Wa ya kalam. So kalam, wa ya kalam. Wa again is a preposition that means and. Ya kalam. So kalam. Kalam is to dream. Kalawam. Kalawam. Kalawam is the root word. Is to dream, right? Dream. So ya kalam kalawam. Wa yagad and nagad. Nagad is a root word. Let's get this. Nagad. Tail. So let me. Wa ya God. Wa ya God. From the root word nagad. So and he told, so nagad, so like a yagad is to tell, utter, right? A messenger, report. La achya what? Right? Achya. That should know what. The root word is ach, which is brother. Achya what? The wa is his brother, his brethren. Wa ya. So like that. From the root word is sa. Salakia is wa ya. From the root word is yasap. Yasap. So is ya sapa. Wa ya sapa. So wa ya sapa. The root word is yasap. So wa again, preposition to mean and. Ya sapa. The root word is yasap. To, it means more or increase. More than his brothers, right? Increase. So Iwad I yet Shana. Shana is hate, hateful. Athwa. Right, so and dreamer Joseph a dream and he told, right, so Joseph dreamed a dream and he told it his brethren, and he told his brethren, and the more yet they hated him, and they hated him yet the more. So let's take a look at this dream. Verse 6. And he said unto them, hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Verse 7. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose and also stood up, and behold, your sheaves stood round about and made obeisance to my sheaf. Verse 8. I'm just kind of going down, see what scripture I can break down. Verse 8, and his brethren said unto him, shalt thou indeed reign over us, and shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. So let's look at reign and dominion. So how do you say this in the Hebrew? Waya Amar, and said, Lawa to him, Athyawa, his brethren, Ha Malak. So like a Ha Malak. Shall indeed. So here we go. Reign. Fa Malak. Fa Malak. Reign. Alya Na. Alyana. Over us. Amar. It's like an or Ma Shawal. It's like a Mashal. Indeed. Fa Mashal. So Mashal. Mashal. To rule, reign, dominion. Fa Mashal. Fa Malak. Reign. Wa Waya Sapat. And the more I yet Shana, again Shana is to hate, hateful, hated, Athwa, him, I'll, for, Ka, Salakir. Kalamathyawa. His dreams, Wa, Al, and for the Baryawa. The Barya is a words, right? His bar. Here we go. The bar is a root word. Bar. Right, word. So word. The bar Yoah, his words. Right, so they hated him even more after he's reporting back to their father about their evil doings. They see his father giving him a personal coat of many colors. Think about like a Coogee sweater. Right, Israel gave Joseph a Coogee sweater. His brothers hated him for that. And on top of that, he had a dream that they were going to serve him. Verse 9. And he dreamed yet another dream. And he told his brethren and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. Right, so obeisance, let's look at that word, obeisance. 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 Mashach. So like a mashach. So like a ma. Mashach Chayam. Mashach, so like Mashach Chayam. So the root word is Shakha. Obeisance. Shakha. Shakha. Mashach Chayam. To worship, bow down, obeisance. To me, Laya. Right. So stars in the Bible is not a five-pointed object or shape. Right. Stars in the Bible is Chakab. So it's Chabium, the stars. Chakab is star, and the star in the Bible is just a ball of gas or a person, a famous person. Right, in the 12 sons of Israel are famous. Let's see. Right, so it's just a person of high stature or a ball of gas. That's what stars. Let's see. How much time we got? We got 15 minutes. That's Brother Officer Qadash Allah in the house. Verse 10. And he told it to his father and to his brethren, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed, shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth? And his brethren envied him, and his father observed the same. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. So like a Shechem. Trying to read it in the Hebrew. And Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, here I am. I'm gonna just read down for time's sake. So this is, he sends Joseph to his brother. He's with his brothers, taking care of the flock, and his brothers come up with a plan. Now we're gonna read about that plan that their brothers came up with. Let's see. Or they come out with a plot, and this is the plot. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. They hated his brother so much that, they hated that he was Israel or Jacob's favorite, and that they hated him even more after they found out of the dream that he had told them that they were going to serve him. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him and cast him into some pit, and we will say some evil beast had devoured him, and we shall see that we become of his dreams. And Reuben, who is Rabban in the Hebrew, heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him. All right, so Reuben had love for his brother. His other brothers were thinking wickedly, thinking to slay his brother Joseph, their brother Joseph. Reuben came through, delivered him, talked some sense into his brothers. Like, man, we can't slay him. Here we go. And Reuben said to them, shed no blood, casting him into his pit that it is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he may rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again. But let's go down right here, because I was going to speak about the coat again. This is where the coat comes back up. And it came to pass when Joseph was come unto his brethren that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. That's his Kuji sweater. Joseph had a Kuji sweater. So, like, I'm not saying he literally had a Kuji sweater, but that's what it reminds me when I think about the colorful coat. It was a Kuji sweater. It was why Yaha, and it came to pass. So Haya is to come to pass. So Ka Ashar, when Ba'a was come, Yawasap out unto Yahweh, his brethren, that they strip. So is why. So like why Yapash Yatab. Why Yapash Yatab. So it's from Pashat. Let's see, Pashat. to strip off. Yawasap, Ka, Salakia. Kathanatha. It's from the root word Kathanath. Right? His coat. Kathanath. Coat. That's that Kuji sweater. Kathanath. Ha. So like a ha. Let's see. Hapasyam. Kathanath Hapasyam. That's that Kuji sweater. Coat of many colors. Coat of colors. Kathanath Hapasyam. So like a ashar, that, Ilaya, from owl, of on him. That's that coat, which in my, in what I imagine is a Kuji sweater. Kathanath Hapasyam. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it. So when you read down, just for time's sake, when you read down, it just tells you how they plotted to first slay Yawasap, Joseph. Reuben came to so like Reuben came and delivered him, meaning saved him, and they came out with another plot that they were gonna take his sweater, and they were gonna sell him to the Ishmaelites, and then just story short, Joseph got sold to the Egyptians. Right, he got sold to the Egyptians. That's what happened. All right, they went back, told the father that verse 29, well, first they threw him into a pit, and when they came back, he was no longer there. And the Midianites sold them to the Egyptians. Right, they went back, they told their father, this right here again, that coat, that Kuji sweater. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goat and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent a coat of many colors. They brought it to their father and said, "This have we found. Now know whether it be thy son's coat or not." Right, so Jacob was devastated to hear that his son was unalived by a beast. That's the story that their sons told him. In reality, they put him in a pit. The Midianites took him and sold him to the Egyptians. Right, that's the story of Joseph, and then later on we'll go into it where he goes into Egypt, right, and then how his story starts to unravel. One more thing. There's one more thing I wanted to show. I had mentioned in the beginning of the class that the biblical Hebrew or the ancient Hebrew is not the same as the modern Hebrew or Yiddish. All right, let me find it. Here we let me look this up. Is biblical Hebrew the same as modern Hebrew? Let's see. Hmm. Okay, so let me look something up. There's something. Let me see if the brother looked it up. Okay, well I'm gonna just send this to myself. Bear with me. Have patience. I'm gonna send this to myself. Let's see. Three. Lock it. Email. Okay, so lock it. Let me wait for this email to come through. There's something that the brother had posted. He looked it up. Is biblical Hebrew the same as modern Hebrew? Let me see. I'm just waiting for this email to kind of select it. Just bear with me. If not, I'm gonna just have to skip it and go to it and then just cover it next week. Let me just give it like a few minutes, see if it comes through. There we go. Came through. Let me present this. Let me present this in my inbox. Let me make sure go. So there we go. Let me see. Salaki, this internet is a little bit slow. There we go. Okay, so when you look this up, Google it. Is biblical Hebrew and modern Hebrew the same? It says no. Biblical Hebrew and modern Hebrew are not the same. But in the modern Hebrew is what the Ishman, small head bastard, the imposter that dwells in Ashdod, right? They claim that modern Hebrew is the ancient Hebrew. Right? That's a lie. Yiddish, they separate Yiddish and modern Hebrew. They say that it's not the same. It's the same language that belongs to a bastard, right? And modern Hebrew it's like Spanglish. It's like Hebrew and German, but more German than Hebrew. So no, biblical Hebrew, that's the Lashawan Qadash, and modern Hebrew are not the same, but they are related and both refer to the same language that has evolved over time. So it says biblical Hebrew was spoken in ancient Israel. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, whether you believe it, understand it or not, we are the descendants of the ancient Israelites. While modern Hebrew is the official language of Israel today, right? So in Israel, they do speak modern Hebrew, but they don't speak the biblical Hebrew. Now, this is what you got to understand, that if the people who are in Israel and claim to be the chosen people, why aren't they speaking the ancient language? Why aren't they speaking the ancient language? Why is it modern? It's a official language of Israel today and is spoken by many Jewish people worldwide. So these bastards speak modern Hebrew. They don't speak ancient Hebrew. Salakia. Clicked out of it. Okay, so what happened? So again, so this is what's important right here. What? Communication. Wow. Okay, there we go. Communication. Someone who is only familiar with biblical Hebrew cannot be able to communicate well with a native speaker of modern Hebrew, and vice versa. So these bastards, right, will never be able to communicate with these bastards because they have diluted our language. And we're not even trying to communicate with them anyways. So lock it. Right? But that's one thing that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, in my slavery, you have Spaniards that hear Latinos speaking Spanish and they hate it because they don't speak the Spanish, the original Spanish. Right? They speak a modern Spanish and they hate that. Right? And we, as God's chosen people, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we should hate the fact that these bastards, these imposters have diluted our language. Right? This the ancient Hebrew is God's given language to so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and we have to take that back. That's why it's so important to tune into these classes, the water, for making it, and staying throughout the class. Also, try to make the Sabbath service. If you can attend physically, contact your nearest school. If you can't, just tune in through YouTube, Facebook, right? We have many classes throughout the day on Saturday, right? Which is the Sabbath, right? From the West Coast, or I'll say from the East Coast to the Midwest, to the South, all the way to the West Coast, all on different Salaki, and the UK. The UK, right? Jamaica, right? We have classes. Tune in, right? So you could, because we read the ancient Hebrew, and brothers would also translate, right? And that way you can also get familiar with the stories in the Bible, right? With that, the water, or rocking with me. I'm gonna get these security announcements before I dismiss the class. Let's get this security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th. In the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The upcoming holy convocation is a feast of Hanukkah. Chag HaChanukkah. Chag is feast. The Hanukkah dedication, which is December 25th, and it falls on a Wednesday. So start planning for the feast day. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, war scarf. With that, the water to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shem B'Katah. Shalom to the sisters. Yahweh Shem B'Katah. Class dismissed.